This isn't a podunk town. We're going to find you, and you're going to get justice for the crime that you committed in this county. That I promise you.
11 unsolved homicide and missing persons cases line the walls of the Williamson County Sheriff's Office. They're the focus for an all-new cold case unit the agency launched this summer. The team is made up of retired law enforcement officers, some even U.S. Marshals who now live in the area and want to volunteer their time to close these cases, the oldest of which is almost 40 years old.
The cold case unit launched this summer, and there's already talk about a possible network television show in the works because of its unique approach. It's all under the guidance of Williamson County's newest elected sheriff, Robert Chody. And even before he took office, he got a call from the granddaughter of one of those unsolved homicide victims asking for help.
They would never hurt anyone. Very gentle people, very simple Christian people.
On March 5th, 1988, 77-year-old S.E. Ritchey and his wife Ethel were unloading groceries at their home in the small town of Shiloh when someone assaulted them in their driveway.
This is considered a cold case, and the best way that I can say this is this case has been cold since my grandfather hit the ground.
S.E. had a fractured skull and died a few weeks later in the hospital. Ethel was knocked unconscious, unable ever to identify their attacker.
It was definitely hard. I stayed with her actually for about the first 6 months. She had bars on her doors and windows, and she could just never remember.
Nearly 30 years have passed, and Ethel is gone now too. But Carla Ritchey, the granddaughter who was just a teenager back then, has never given up hope, especially since the county's new cold case unit has shown fresh interest in the case this summer.
I think the pain of having to fight what happened to our grandfather, this sweet, precious little old man, it's been hard enough. I just finally feel like we're getting somewhere. We may never have the answers, but just to know that it is being looked at.
Anyone with information about the Ritchey case should email the county's new cold case tip address.
You can find it in this story at the homepage of KXAN.com, where we also have a look at Williamson County's other cold cases. One of the most high-profile cases for the team is of this woman, Rachel Cook. The Georgetown teenager went missing after going out for a jog 15 years ago. This spring, the sheriff's office received a tip about possible human remains buried in the county, but a search revealed nothing. It's part of the puzzle those retired law enforcement officers are hoping to solve as they volunteer for the cold case unit. We speak to one of them, a former Austin police officer, about his newfound mission, online now at KXAN.com.